Hello students, welcome to online biology class. Today we are going to cover day 10 of chapter 3. Every day you will be attending online biology class and doing the homework for that day. Make sure that you have your textbook and notebook all the times while you are attending the online class. And complete the home assignment given to you that day itself. For any queries, you will be having a synchronized session where you are going to clarify your doubts and you can interact there. And children, so in the last class, we were discussing about how transportation is going to take place in plants. In that session, we have seen that osmosis surely plays a major role in absorption of water by plants, right? So that means what? Because of osmosis process, water is entering into the plant, right? And this entered water, this is going to be transported throughout the plant body, right? This is what we have seen in our last class. Now today, let us see how this water is being supplied or transported to all the plant body, right? Generally, we water the plant at the root, right? And this water is being absorbed at the root. So that is the reason the xylem vessels are exterior in case of root, right? And the water enters into the xylem vessel, and from xylem vessel it is being entered into the plant, right? So like how our blood is being supplied with the help of certain pressure, the same way water is also being transported from root to the stem with the help of certain pressure, and let us try to demonstrate that in the form of root pressure, right? So for this, what we are going to do is, we need to take a healthy potted plant. We need to cut the plant such that some portion, at least 1 to 2 centimeter of the stem portion is being still available, right? You need to cut down such that 1 to 2 centimeter of the stem or a stem is going to be present. Then, so equal diameter the glass tube we need to take. And this glass tube we need to attach to the stem with the help of rubber. Glass tube we are attaching, the transparent glass tube we are attaching so to the stem with the help of a rubber tube. Okay, why? Because it should not stay. And in order to make it withstand straight, we need to attach with the help of clamp of retard stand. Okay, and we need to place it in sunlight. And then we need to water the plant. Along with that, so certain amount of water we need to add into the glass tube, and we need to record the level as M1. Right? First we have added some amount of water to the glass tube. Okay, and that level we are doing what it is called as noting it down as M1, and we are even watering the plant. Right? Then after that, what we are going to look after this, right? So the water is being absorbed, as we have seen already, because of osmosis water is going to be entered. We are keeping the entire apparatus, we are giving without any disturbance to it for 2 to 3 hours. After that, when we observe, the level of water is going to be increased, and that level we are noting down it as M2. Now the difference, right, that is M2 minus M1, right, because M2 is higher, right? So M2 minus M1 in a given time, that gives us a root pressure, right? With the help of this root pressure, the water is being pushed to the aerial parts of the plant body or to the stem portions. Like this, water is being absorbed and water is being pushed with the help of a pressure, and that pressure is called as root pressure. To demonstrate this root pressure, what we have done, we have taken a healthy potted plant, then we have cut down the stem such that only 1 to 2 centimeter of it is still attached, and equal diameter narrow transparent tube we have attached it with the help of rubber tube. Then we have water the plant, and certain water we are pouring into the transparent tube. We are putting down the level as M1, and then after 2 to 3 hours, what do we find? The level of water is being increased, and that increased level we are noting down it as M2, and the difference in the increase in the water level is because of the root pressure. In case of small plants, this root pressure is more than enough. That may be shrubs or that may be herbs. This root pressure is more than enough to transport this water to aerial portions, right? So, and the major disadvantages of this root pressure is, this root pressure will not be same in all the times, right? In all the seasons. So, it is not favorable. Then second thing, I didn't say you that this is enough in case of tall plants, right? It is more than enough in case of shrubs and also herbs, right? But in case of tall plants, this root pressure is not enough and it can't supply the water to the top portions of the plant body, right? You know that certain trees, like in our localities we find eucalyptus plant. These are that is very large trees, right? And even you can look after teak trees, they are also very large. And if you go to Himalayan mountains, there are giant trees are going to be present. So in such plants, right, which are some certain sal trees which are 100 meters in their length, so this root pressure is not enough to supply this water. So in order to prevent from that, so in order to overcome from the disadvantage, plant has got one more thing which is called as transpiration. Now this transpiration is also helpful in transportation of water. Now before going to that, so how this is helping, let's see what actually transpiration means. So you need to take a healthy potted plant, right? You need to select a healthy branch, and you need to take a dry polythene cover and a transparent cover you need to take, and you need to tie it to this twig, and you need to leave it. And after a few hours, you can see some water vapor or water droplets are being attached to the inner surface of this polythene cover. From where do these water droplets have come? These water droplets has come because of transpiration. What is this transpiration actually? What we have seen in the last class, water is being absorbed into the root hair, that is into the epidermal cells, right, because of osmosis. From epidermal cells it is moving into the adjacent cells, and from adjacent cells it is moving into the xylem vessels, right? And from that xylem vessels, so this water is entering into the mesophyll cells of the leaves. I hope you know what are mesophyll cells, right? Palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. What are the cells which are being present in the leaves? So now that is entering into the mesophyll cells, right? If suppose this is a mesophyll cells, actually we have discussed about this in case of respiration also. The gases, they are going to be dissolved in the water film of the mesophyll cells, right? So now surrounding this mesophyll cells, a thin water film is going to be present. Now, so like this, water is going to be present surrounding this mesophyll cells, right? So now like this, from xylem vessels, the water is being taken by the mesophyll cells, right? It surrounds around the mesophyll cells. And so in the lower side you can find the stomata. Of course, stomata will be even present in the upper epidermis also. But number of stomata will be more in case of lower epidermis compared to the upper epidermis. Now this water will be evaporated, and this comes in the form of water vapor through this stomata. And if it is a stem, this comes out through the lenticels. Now, so evaporation of water in the form of water vapor from the plant body, that is called as transpiration. It is called as transpiration. So from stomata, that is being released into the atmosphere, right? So like this, so as water is being pulled, then the water from the lower, once again it is being pulled up. So like this, water level or water column is being set up, and this is continuous without any break from what it is called as root hair right, till what it is colored till the tip of the leaf. Like this, water column is continuous without any break. As the water from the mesophyll cells is being evaporated, then once again the water from the lower levels they are being pulled up. Like that, the water stream is being continuous. So therefore, we call such a stream of water column as transpiration stream. What do we call? Transpiration stream we are going to call. Continuously water keeps on moving. So like this, transpiration helps in transportation of water into the complete plant body from root to the tip of the plant body in case of higher plants or in case of tall plants, right? So transpiration is nothing but evaporation of water from the plant body to the stomata. This process is called as transpiration. Each and every plant that is going to be transpired, right? So like for example, if you take a tall oak plant, it transpires nearly about 900 liters of water per day. And maize, 1 acre of maize in its complete growing season, that is for about 100 days of its growing season, it transpires 25,000 liters of water per day. Then similarly, a big mango tree or a huge mango tree in its active growing season, right? So it transpires nearly about 750 to 350 liters of water per day. Like this, each and every plant it is undergoing transpiration, and the transpiration makes the atmosphere to have water vapor content. So like this, water vapor content is being kept constant in the atmosphere. So that is the reason there is a relationship between what we can say between plants and also rainfall. If more the number of plants are being present, then rate of transpiration is more, and if rate of transpiration is more, then annual rainfall is more. So that is the reason. So our CM, our PM, or any activist, even your science teachers, we advise you to plant a tree. Right? So on your account of your birthday or any of your family members' birthdays, so the best habit is having a plant, right? Gifting a plant to each other, so that our earth is going to become green, and so transpiration rate will be best, and once again in each and every year we can get annual rainfall will be maximum, right? So like this, transpiration is going to be present. So therefore, in upcoming days, I hope you will join your hands with our CM Harithaharam program. Alright, so even we are going to be indoor, right? You can have a pot, you can take a potted plant, and at least you can join your hands with Harithaharam program, right? So why? Because this is the main concept, right? If you need rain, then water is essential for all of us, right? From the major source of water is rainfall. So this is the link behind this transpiration and also rainfall and the rainfall. Then, apart from water, plants even require mineral salts also for their growth and development. Now, for that, so plants require different types of nutrients. Some of the nutrients they are required in lesser quantities, and some of the nutrients they are required in larger quantities. The nutrients which are being required in lesser quantity are called as micronutrients, and the nutrients which are required in larger quantities they are called as macronutrients. You have studied in detail about these nutrients in your class 9, right? About macronutrients and also about micronutrients, right? I hope you remember NPK, right? These are called as macronutrients which are required in larger quantities, whereas the remaining elements they are required in case of smaller quantities. Now all these nutrients they doesn't come directly, right? So how they are going to come, right? So they are going to come in the form of what it is called as salts, right? So along with the water, so these are also being taken in the form of salts. And how these salts, they are not being taken directly in the form of salts, they are being absorbed in the form of ions. Like for example, sodium chloride is being present, it is being absorbed in the form of Na plus and Cl minus. And in case of magnesium sulfide, it is being absorbed in the form of magnesium ions and also sulfate ions. Right? So like this, in the form of ions they are being absorbed. And in the form, and this absorption is not in the form of simple diffusion process. Right? Diffusion is nothing but movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. So in this, when the molecules they are moving from higher concentration to lower concentration, so it doesn't require any energy. Directly they are going to move. But here, so these ions are not going to absorb in such a manner. They require some energy. By active process, the cytoplasm is going to get or obtain these nutrients from the soil water. So like this, the absorbed minerals or salts, they are being transported throughout the plant body. So like this, water and salts, they help in maintaining our growth and also development of the plant body. So this is about for today's topic, that is root pressure, transpiration and also transportation of mineral salts. And for today's home assignment, children, you need to write down about root pressure, what is root pressure, and describe an activity to prove root pressure. What is root pressure? And describe an activity to prove root pressure. And the second question, define transpiration. What is it? Define transpiration. And then the third question, how do transpiration helps in maintaining of annual rainfall, or what is the relationship between transpiration and rainfall? So these are the three questions for your home assignment. I will be giving you 2 minutes to copy these things in your notebook. Thank you children and have a nice day.